Stoic ways to silence a rude person without saying much. Why Stoic responses matter today. In our modern world where online arguments and real-life conflicts are constant, reacting to rudeness is often seen as strength. But Stoicism flips that idea. The real strength, according to Stoic philosophy, is in self-restraint. Not reacting doesn't mean you are weak, it means you are in control. This guide explores how you can silence rudeness not with loud words, but with quiet power. The Stoic mindset, mastering the inner world. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Rudeness is external. It's someone else's behavior. The Stoic begins by recognizing what can and can't be controlled. You can't control someone being disrespectful, but you can control whether you let it disturb your peace. This mindset builds emotional armor. A rude comment might still sting for a moment, but you'll know it's not a reflection of you. It's just noise. And the Stoic learns to let noise pass like wind. The power of pause, letting silence speak. If someone does wrong, the harm lies in their action, not in your reaction. Epictetus. A Stoic response begins with stillness. Instead of snapping back, pause. That moment of silence isn't passive, it's active wisdom. You're giving yourself space to choose your reaction, not be ruled by emotion. And often that pause alone disarms the rude person. They expect a fight. They expect emotion. When they get none, it breaks their rhythm. You stay calm. They lose control. Tactical silence, when saying nothing, says everything. Silence can be louder than words. It communicates dignity, restraint, and indifference to drama. The Stoic doesn't feed disrespect with energy. In fact, silence can be a form of quiet resistance, a mirror showing the other person their own behavior, a reminder that your peace is not up for negotiation. Want to leave someone speechless? Let your silence speak louder than their insult. Calm words, deep impact. When you do speak. When a response is needed, Stoicism teaches us to speak with intention, not emotion. Instead of insulting back, try, "That's an interesting opinion. Are you okay? Thanks for sharing your thoughts." These responses are calm, neutral, and sometimes even kind. They confuse aggression. They de-escalate without making you look passive. You don't need clever comebacks. You need composure. Emotional detachment. Your peace is yours alone. He who angers you conquers you. Elizabeth Kenny, a quote Stoics would approve of. Rudeness is often a test. It's bait, and the Stoic doesn't bite. Emotional detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means strength. You feel the sting of insult, but you don't let it control your state. Remind yourself, this isn't about me. Whether it's a stranger, coworker, or friend, rude behavior often comes from pain, ego, or insecurity. It doesn't deserve a front row seat in your mind. Walk away, the quiet exit. The Stoic knows when silence isn't enough, and it's time to leave. Walking away is not defeat, it's elevation. You're not running from conflict, you're rising above it. You're saying, this space is no longer worth my energy. And in doing so, you keep your dignity intact. Nothing silences a rude person more than being denied your attention. Silence as power, stillness as strength. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them and responding with wisdom. Rude people thrive on reactions, but when you respond with calm, silence, and self-control, you shift the power dynamic entirely. The Stoic doesn't need to speak loudly to be heard. Their presence says enough, and their peace, untouched by petty drama, is what truly leaves others speechless. Responding with virtue, the Stoic's moral compass. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus Aurelius' rudeness tempts us to mirror bad behavior. But the Stoic way is not to match someone's low energy, it's to maintain your own standards. In Stoic philosophy, virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is the highest good. When someone's rude, the Stoic asks, what is the virtuous response? Often it's kindness, or fairness, or restraint. When your values guide your reaction, not your emotions, you become untouchable and deeply admirable. turning insults into insight. A rude comment doesn't always have to be an attack. Sometimes, buried beneath the rudeness, there's a painful truth, or at least something worth examining. The Stoic reflects rather than reacts. Ask yourself, is there any truth in this comment? Why did it affect me? What can I learn about myself from this moment? You don't have to accept the insult, but by reflecting on it, you turn a toxic moment into self-awareness. A uniquely Stoic superpower. Strength and softness. Redefining power. In modern culture, silence is often misunderstood as weakness, but Stoicism teaches us that softness is not submission, it's strategy. A calm response in the face of chaos is an act of supreme control. Just as water wears down stone, a soft answer dissolves hard arrogance. You don't always need fire to fight fire. Sometimes the softest presence is the most powerful force in the room. The long game, Stoic reputation over time. The true Stoic plays the long game. One composed moment isn't the goal. A reputation for unshakable character is. Over time, people will notice that you don't engage in drama, you don't react emotionally, and you don't stoop to disrespect. You'll start to be seen as the calm one, the wise one, the one who doesn't get dragged down. And that silent reputation, that's what silences not just rude people, but entire rooms. Because respect is earned in silence, not shouted into existence. Practicing Stoicism daily. Building the muscle handling rudeness like a Stoic isn't a one-time performance. It's a practice. Just like you train the body, you train the mind. Here's how. Morning reflection. Start your day with Stoic journaling or reading, like the meditations. Daily mindfulness. When triggered, pause and ask, is this within my control? Evening review. Reflect on how you handled situations. Celebrate small wins. Over time, these habits build a Stoic mindset. Rude people will come and go. Your peace will stay. Becoming the example in a rude world, the Stoic becomes a light. Your calm presence teaches others without preaching. When people see that you don't react, they start to rethink their own reactions. And that ripple of quiet strength spreads. You may never convert a rude person, but your example might inspire someone watching. And that's how you lead, not with words, but with stillness. Legacy of composure, what you leave behind. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. For Marcus Aurelius. Every time you remain calm in the face of rudeness, you're not just preserving your peace, you're building your legacy. People may forget your words, but they will remember your composure. Stoics live with the end in mind. They ask, what kind of person do I want to be remembered as? If your reactions reflect your highest self, not your temporary emotions, you're not just silencing a rude person, you're shaping how you'll be remembered. Rewriting the narrative, choosing your response. A rude encounter can hijack your day unless you rewrite the story. Stoicism teaches that you are the author of your perspective. Someone insults you, you choose the meaning, you choose the weight, you choose whether it touches you or bounces off. You can say, that was a test and I passed. That person is suffering, I won't take it personally. This was a chance to practice patience. By changing your internal narrative, you transform an insult into an opportunity. That's Stoic alchemy. Internal freedom, the ultimate win. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. The rude person might think they're winning by getting under your skin, but if you don't let them, you've already won the only game that matters. True freedom is internal. You are free when no one has the power to disturb your peace. You are free when your reactions are your choice, not their manipulation. That freedom, that silence, it's more cutting than any insult. It says, you don't control me. I do. Practicing forgiveness. The hidden Stoic response. Forgiveness isn't weakness in Stoicism, it's liberation. By letting go of resentment, you remove the last thread that ties you to the rude person's negativity. You don't forgive to let them off the hook. You forgive to keep your own hands clean. You forgive to stay light, unburdened, and focused on higher things. The Stoic doesn't carry grudges. They carry wisdom, and wisdom travels light. When you're the rude one, practicing humility, even the most stoic among us slips up. We speak out of frustration, we get reactive. The true stoic practice includes honest self-reflection and the humility to own mistakes. When you catch yourself being rude, pause, reflect, apologize if needed. Grow. This humility doesn't weaken your image. It strengthens your character, and it sets the example others will follow. The ripple effect. How your calm changes others. You may never know how many people were impacted by your silence, your refusal to escalate, your kindness in response to cruelty. Stoicism is not just for you, it's for everyone watching. Your calm inspires others to be calm. Your peace gives permission for others to protect their own. In a loud world, your quiet example is a revolution. The quiet warrior, embodying stoicism in life. A stoic is not emotionless. They are emotionally disciplined, not weak, but wise, not passive, but intentional. They fight no one, but conquer themselves. To silence a rude person, the stoic doesn't need clever words. They need only presence, peace, and a deep understanding that no external storm can shake the inner fortress they've built. You don't need to win the argument, you just need to stay unshaken. That is the stoic way.